whereas part of the Statue of Liberty was a gift from one French manufacturer, rather than from the French people. The Americans had to pay for the cost of the pedestal and part of the cost of the statue itself. Michael J. Fox looks at Nike Mag sneakers from the future on the set of Back to the Future 2, 1989. First mobile phone with a built-in camera, Kyocera VP210 Visual Phone, Japan. Year of manufacture, 1999. In Wales, on the island of Anglesey, near the Straits of Menai, there is a village with the longest name in one single word. Lan Virpool Gingel Goguri Huirndrob Ulan Tisilio Go Gu Gu Go. 1,000 elephants were used in the construction of the Taj Mahal. They transported the materials needed for construction. Ideas themselves are valuable, but every idea is, after all, only an idea. The challenge is to put it into practice. Henry Ford. Upon the request of the astronauts, a pieces of rough Velcro fabric for nose scratching was attached to the internal side of the helmet of the lunar spacesuit. Apollo 17, 1972. Overall cost of the First World War to all participants was more than $200 billion in today's dollars. That is, about $11 trillion today. World's first fully enclosed underwater diving suit was invented back in 1715 and consisted of a sealed oak barrel. The suit was mainly used for rescue operations in shipwrecks. The thinnest person in the world. Isaac W. Sprague, May 21, 1841, January 5, 1887, was a stage and show performer known as a living human skeleton. Manohar Aik is the oldest bodybuilder in the world. This athlete from India has more than 60 years of training experience. He continued to train even when he was 100 years old. Big Ben is a bell, not a tower. The tower's real name is Elizabeth Tower. It was dubbed so in 2012 in honor of the current Queen. It used to be officially called the Clock Tower, but it was nicknamed St. Stephen's Tower. Acclaimed actor Johnny Depp never attended school. In his view, educators are uninterested in giving children useful knowledge, but they go there only for pay. Spanish flu caused nearly 1/3 of all deaths during World War I. In all, about 50 to 100 million people, or 2.7 to 5.3% of the world's population, died from Spanish flu. In ancient Rome, there were special bronze coins to pay for the services of prostitutes, spintria. They depicted erotic scenes, generally people in various poses at the moment of sexual intercourse. Launch of Apollo 11 by Saturn V rocket, Kennedy Space Center, Florida, USA, 1969. In 1913, 19-year-old student Terry Williams invented mascara by mixing soot with petroleum jelly. His sister, named Maybelle, was the first to use it, and the first and most popular mascara in the history of cosmetics is named after her. 4 empires ceased to exist as a result of World War I: the Russian, Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, and German. Nikola Tesla, sitting in his laboratory with his magnifying transmitter, generating millions of volts in 1899. Jack London was the first American author to earn $1 million as a writer. But for all his popularity and commercial success, London never gained respect in literary and academic circles. Critics, who called London the author of stories about dogs, could not have imagined that one of them, The Call of the Ancestors, would be published in more than 80 languages nearly a century later. Caesar salad was not named after Julius Caesar. The dish was first introduced by chef Caesar Cardini in 1924. He invented the salad from leftovers when visitors to his restaurant demanded more food. The chef had to use whatever was in the kitchen. Makeup artist Stuart Freeborn created images of all the characters from the original Star Wars trilogy. To model the Master Yoda doll, Freeborn crossed 2 faces. Taking his own image as the basis, he added Albert Einstein's characteristic wrinkles to it. For a few pence a week, the alarm man would knock on the door in the morning with a stick or use a long pole to reach the upper windows and wake the customer. Sometimes they would shoot peas out of a pipe at the window. The photo from 1929. 15 Minutes of Solitary, December 26, 1937. The goalkeeper stands alone in goal, not even aware that the game was interrupted due to heavy fog 15 minutes ago. These giant clocks, installed in 1410 in the center of Prague, they have been working for more than 6 centuries and are the oldest astronomical clocks in the world. When the Great Fog fell on London in 1952, the blind became a kind of guide for the others. After all, they were the only ones who knew such a London. A Swedish doll's house from John Carlson's wardrobe, created by the master in 1912 for his younger sister. Some of the details of the house are simply amazing. A working lift, a ringing telephone, lighting on each floor. The lift mechanism is made from clock parts. The house has everything you need to live, even a tiny typewriter and sewing machine, and there are 30 dolls living in it. First morning after Sweden changed from driving on the left side to driving on the right, 1967. The legendary sword stuck in stone, which is often associated with the legend of King Arthur, exists. Located in Italy. Thank you for watching. This and even more interesting content can be found on the channel The Time Machine. See you there.